Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Lost Legend TV. We are Rated MC, and I'm James.
I'm Ray. Something's weird here.
What?
Let me tell you how it's about to go. Let me show you the towel you're about to throw. This is hip-hop, try to run it on house war, knock your ass straight out the door. I'm the enemy's epitome, the fantasy, my tendency to mentally give your career the death penalty. I instantly advise you to match my intensity, try to fit my brain like Jackie Kennedy. I'm so tired of the why nots, tired of putting MCs in a pine box. You motherfuckers couldn't even hit me in my blind.
Hey guys, welcome back. Damn, it feels good to be back.
Oh yeah,
Been away for a while.
This has been a minute.
Relocated, got a new set.
You probably can't tell.
We've been sleeping on this review for a while. Candyman, 2021. Did it live up to the hype? Spoiler review. From the jump, they don't waste no time getting into the lore of Candyman. Boom.
From the jump.
This kind of revolves around art too, which I thought was a good focal point.
Yeah.
So we have Anthony. And no secret, he is the child from the very first movie. He is a artist now. Like I said, they waste no time getting into the lore of Candyman.
Yeah.
Anthony decides to explore this rather quickly. And he goes to
Well, he goes to an abandoned neighborhood first.
I was trying to think of the name of it. He hunts for the backstory of Candyman. So I was taking pictures, kind of like old girl did in the first one, following her footsteps. Which I really thought it was cool. She had a cameo, not like in person, but the tape recordings. And how they mentioned her and her legend in the movie. I thought that was a pretty cool touch.
He ends up walking around. He finds this laundromat. He finds this laundromat where he runs this dude named William Burt, who basically tells him the story of Candyman. He tells him the whole story of Candyman, how he would give candy to the kids, and one day one of the kids got like razor in their candy. They immediately went to him, beat him to death. Razors kept coming in candy, so it's like, well, it wasn't him.
No. And to mention, this is not Tony Todd's Candyman.
No.
This is completely different.
They have a whole different aspect on this one. It's multiple different versions of him, actually.
Which I find cool. I think that's a cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can go a lot of places with that. I felt bad for Sherman.
Once he finds this out, he's been kind of getting pressured to do a whole new painting, so he decides to use this Candyman thing as his painting. Like, his idea and everything. He actually comes up with an idea that I've never heard of or seen. And granted, I don't go to like a bunch of art museums, but I did think it was very creative. And other people, like in the movie, they didn't, but I thought it was very creative. He makes his painting. He has this whole thing where he has it's basically just a mirror hanging on a wall. And then you open the mirror and then you see his painting at the art gallery. He's obviously very nervous and he tries to show people. And he shows this one woman, but she just thought it was pretentious. She thought it was bad. She did not like it.
And she was basically like the judge.
Yeah.
Who comes around and like dictates the scores and reviews all the paintings. And she was just shitting on it.
Yeah.
She wasn't fucking with it.
She was a critic, art critic.
Yeah.
The guys who run this little gallery, it was a dude and a woman. They were friends with his girlfriend, Brianna. She is an art director, too. The dude was like telling him he has to go extra crazy and get something good. And they're kind of like shitting on him. He starts drinking because that woman told him, like, she was literally one of the only people who walked over to his thing. And I guess I get it because all you see is a mirror. But, like, once you open it up, I thought it, like, again, it's like basically a room. Like a full room with just like Candyman stuff, and it's really dope.
I still think it was like a really cool approach.
Drinking, he comes over and he gives old buddy the fucking bit, like starts just giving him shit. Brianna has to make him leave, so that night the art couple that run that little gallery basically say, "Look, we're not dealing with him no more, and fuck her too. She's fired."
And then the typical thing happens. They decide to fuck in the art gallery.
Granted, it wasn't just like, hey, let's have sex. Like, something was said, and I think the dude said something about something sexual towards her, or like she wouldn't do something. So she was like, well, let's go ahead and do it now. Let's fuck right here. Let's do it.
And they tried.
Yeah.
And they failed.
They decided to say Candyman in the mirror because that was one of the things he had said, and that's what was scaring. It scares his girlfriend a lot, who also had like a traumatic experience as a child. She walked in and her dad was just sitting on a windowsill.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that scene.
And he was just like, I bet you didn't know your daddy could fly. And then just jumps out the fucking window.
Reach for the sky.
It's so fucking... God, bro. That'd be so traumatic. It scared her. They heard about it. And they're like, well, it's not real. Fuck it, let's just do it. It was Candyman 5 times. Well, not 3 times. It was 5 times. He's basically grinding on her. Candyman. She's saying in the mirror, she did it 5 times. Nothing happened. So like, oh, fuck it. I guess we'll just have normal sex right here.
Now, this first kill, well, the first 2 kills, they get killed in the art gallery. You should know this.
Yeah.
Old buddy gets dragged by the foot. This is after a girl gets fucking gutted by a hook. Because you don't see Candyman kill him like they did in the original, kind of. There's an awesome shot where you don't see who's dragging him by his fucking foot, but you see the reflection, like a faint reflection of it. Mm-hmm. I thought that was dope.
Oh, yeah. Granted, the kills are just in the sense because it's literally just the hook kills, like from the original ones. And then basically, for the rest of the film, Anthony starts just going insane, losing his shit.
Yeah, he keeps chasing this backstory of Candyman.
Yeah.
And he eventually finds out from his mom the truth. He gets stung on the hand.
Yeah, and the hand is getting worse.
So he goes to the hospital, and the doctor mentions, like, welcome back, or something like that. He's like, what do you mean? Turns out he was born there.
He was told he was born somewhere else.
Yeah. But then went to his mom. Mom tells him the truth. He walks out. He starts putting all this shit together.
And he does like another painting for like Candyman.
Multiple ones like that.
Yeah. And then his girlfriend comes in. She sees it. They freak out. She offers to help him. I think she said something about like showing him like it's not real. So she was going to say Candyman in the mirror, so he broke the fucking mirror. And then she told him to get away from him. And then she brought her brother, Todd, who had been in the film earlier with his boyfriend. Todd was basically like being the big brother in the situation. Like, if this motherfucker comes at you in any way, I got you. And we missed it because, like, before this had happened, he had gone to that art critic's house. Because he was supposed to go with her to his mama's, or, like, go see his mama.
Because she had a sudden change of heart. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to dig in more on the backstory of Candyman.
She's like, he feels like she's only doing this because he started popping off because, like, of the murders.
Yeah.
Because his name was getting said in every, like, newscast because they died in front of his art. He says he needs to go to, like, the bathroom. And, like, there was this mirror in the hallway. And he saw, like, the reflection of Candyman. And he was moving. It was moving with him.
Which there's a lot of scenes like that where Sherman's Candyman will mirror what Anthony's doing. There was the elevator scene. There's that bathroom scene.
And they do have a creative like way to show a kill, because you were talking about it, where like they faded out and in the window you see that woman getting murdered by Candyman.
Yeah, and there was also this teenage girl who went to the art gallery in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And she fucked around and stick Candyman 5 times. And her and all her homegirls got locked in the fucking bathroom.
But this one girl that I guess they didn't like, because she was just in the bathroom like with her headphones. Like she was in the stall. And I don't know, I guess she had like a bad day or something. She came in there, she immediately went to the stall. Did not like, they were giving her shit, but like she just had her headphones on, so she didn't hear them. One girl gets dragged to the corner or like to the mirrors while they're not at the mirrors because the doors are locked.
Yeah, because you don't see any of these kills.
Blood starts dripping down.
They actually, like, one girl drops, like, a makeup mirror. Mm-hmm. And, like, you see, like, her crawling away and getting dragged back. Mm-hmm. Good cinematics.
That was very good cinematics.
Yeah.
He goes back to talk to him.
All right, so being the loyal old lady she is, Brianna searches for Anthony. Because Anthony, at this point, has gone missing. And she finds something. It's not a receipt. Something that leads to the laundromat. Where Anthony had talked to William earlier in the film. So she goes there. And this is where the twist kicks in. She goes to the laundromat. She doesn't find anybody there. She opens this door, which I thought was funny. It leads down the stairs in the dark. She's like, nope.
Well, there's another door, too. So, like, she opens this door to go to, like, the back room, I guess, which is just, like, the office or whatever. Then she opens that, and then nope. Then she turns back to go to that other door, and it's locked. Yep. And it was like a two-way, like, wall, basically. So like, she can see there's a woman in the laundromat washing her clothes, but she's got AirPods in.
Yeah.
So you can't hear shit.
And then William grabs her. And then we fade to black. And she wakes up in this, like
church area.
So she wakes up in the church. William explains all this dialogue. how he was basically traumatized as a kid.
And they show that because, like, he tried to hang out with his sisters. I guess his sister and her friends. There was no, like, guarantee it was, like, a bunch of girls. It could have been, like... She told him that they were doing adult things, and he could not come in, and they were saying Candyman, basically. They said Candyman, they all died. He opened the door, he saw Candyman in there, who basically shushed him.
He ain't been around since.
Would you?
Depends on who it was. If I had, like, an older brother, right, and I was in that scenario, and it's just, like, his fucking asshole dick friends, oh, that's unfortunate. She wakes up, William explains everything, and it's at this point where Anthony is in the same room, and William is setting all this up to basically be the next legend. Plan these things out, and he's going to kill Brianna, and he's going to blame it all on Anthony.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he actually cuts Anthony's hand off, puts the hook in. So his plan is the cops going to show up, all these fucking dead bodies going to lead right to him. And that's going to be the next legend.
He even called the cops and pretended like that shit was happening already. Brianna gets loose. She runs. She's using the light of her phone. I guess he's using the flashlight, or she's using like a lantern. He's chasing her, and like she's bending corners, and he's like right around the corner every time, like behind her. She went up on the
outside,
yeah,
and because that church was inside the project, and she went inside one of the project rooms. And then after she goes into that room, that abandoned room, William shows up, but not before Anthony shows up there. And Anthony
basically dying,
and he's like dying.
Anthony falls down like he's like dead.
Probably fucking bleeding to death.
Probably bleeding to death. And a mixture of that fucking bite.
Fucking thing. Infection.
Yeah. So William comes in. Brianna basically just snaps in this moment, and she like murders this dude.
She goes ham.
And then the cops show up. She's like holding Anthony, trying to get him, like revive him or whatever, make sure he's okay. They come in. I guess she tries to explain that it was William. They do not listen because they see the man with a hook, and they shoot him.
And the cops are dicks, by the way.
Yeah, they shoot him several times. Put her in handcuffs in the back of the police car. And basically they're saying, if you lie and say that he was armed, he came at the guy with a gun, you get a lighter sentence. If you don't, well, fuck you.
Some prick shit right there.
Some prick ass shit. But she says, can I see myself in the mirror? Kyle's just kind of like, what? Alright, fine. He turns the mirror so she can see it, and she says Candyman 5 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this cop walks out with a fucking slit throat.
Yep.
And the driver's like, oh shit, better go investigate.
Mm-hmm. Scooby-Doo shit.
And this is what Anthony becomes his own Candyman. And he slaughters all these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Every one of them.
Doesn't even go towards Brianna.
Yeah. Well, he walks around the car.
And then
he chases down one more cop around the building.
So she goes over there, and when she gets there, killing the cop. Mm-hmm. Straight up gutting that motherfucker.
But at this point, the face is covered in fucking bees. Mm-hmm. And you can't see who it is because he fucking levitates, floats over to her, and he transforms Tony Todd's Candyman. He says, "Tell everyone." The movie goes off. Mm-hmm. Which I was really surprised, really excited, and really disappointed all at the same time. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good film.
Let's talk about the good and the bad.
Good is I thought it was
well shot.
Well shot, and I thought it was a good entry into the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely better than Candyman 3.
I'd say better than Candyman 2.
So it's a good Candyman movie. I have a lot of pet peeves about this movie, of course. Mm-hmm. One of mine is, for one, lack of creative kills. To me, there's no creative kills at all. What so upsets me is they go to these awesome ass cinematic shots.
Yeah.
Just not to show the kills.
Yeah, some of the negatives is, for instance, Tony Todd's in the movie for not even 30 seconds.
He says 2 words.
He says 2 words at the very end.
Man,
and
I respect it though.
That's fine. I just feel like we could have seen them in a couple of the shots of the other ones. You know what I mean? Like in the elevator or in the bathroom. Just not the whole time. It didn't have to be the whole time.
It was a CGI de-aged Tony Todd.
Yeah.
The trailer's so misleading. Mm-hmm. Tony Todd had more lines in the trailer than he did in the movie. Mm-hmm. What is that?
And that song that plays in the trailer is not in the movie anywhere near it. And the kills, like I said, they're just not that creative. Like, there's a lot of blood. I do like the cinematics of how they set up the kills and like how they do the stuff like that. That's very nice.
Just the kills themselves wasn't there. I don't mind the plot. Like, I like how they explored different Candymen. Like I really felt for Sherman. I like the guy who played Sherman when he played Candyman. I thought he did good.
I started feeling for Anthony. At first, I didn't dislike him at first. But like, when he started doing the Candyman, so I was like, bro, you basically bring this like yourself. But like, when he started going insane, I was like, okay. Yeah, I started feeling bad for him again. They kind of gave me like a little arc for him. I also didn't know that they were going to set him up like that, where they were going to make him Candyman. I did say I did not like the twist of William Burke.
Surprise.
Yeah. Like, I thought if Anthony was going to turn, it was just going to turn and like, because like Candyman just like made him like the new Candyman or some shit.
Yeah.
I get it, I guess. I get it more than I did when I originally watched it. I still wasn't like the huge fan of it, but I did like the ending, so it was just like, okay.
Yeah. Another pet peeve of mine is the pacing of this movie. I mean, the opening scene, which is okay, but the opening scene is them talking about Candyman. This is...
Well, you talk about, yeah, they're talking directly about Candyman. I thought you were talking about the scene where like it's like Todd and his boyfriend and then Brianna and Anthony. He literally does a scene of just them dialogue talking about the woman from the first one.
Helen Lyle.
Yeah.
That's one of the pet peeves I have with almost any sequel or reboot. Mainly sequels, because by now, you can't convince me that this motherfucking town don't know who Candyman is. Even though they've been living there the whole fucking lives. It doesn't make sense.
Or maybe people moved in.
Yeah, well, old buddy's pushing almost 30. Ain't no way you can tell me that they don't know about Candyman.
I think they're trying to go by the logic of like how like in Freddy vs. Jason they're like we don't talk about them.
That's like going into like the 15th Friday the 13th movie and be like, there was a man around these parts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind it. All I'm saying is I would like a new creative outlook on it. Like maybe they already knew, just coming from it from a different angle.
Yeah, I get that.
Overall, I do think it's a good movie. I would rewatch it again. Like I said, I didn't mind Sherman as Candyman. Wish we had a little bit more Tony Todd. For real, this movie would have been fine without Tony Todd.
But if you're going to put Tony Todd in there, you might as well go a little extra with it.
At the end of the day, I respect their decision. I think it's a decent movie.
I'd give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7 too. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it and you just watched this spoiler review, why? Go watch the film. Like, we can't explain everything that happened. We just hit a bunch of plot points. There's a lot of other stuff that you might see that you might catch that we didn't catch when we watched it.
Because we only watched it once.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought about the film. Tell us where it ranks around the other Candyman movies that have been out. Let us know what you want us to check out next. If there's something you want us to watch or anything like that. We have some stuff planned. It's good to be back. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, deuces.
Adios.
On the couch like damn, what a slam. Bring us back to you, grouches. My crew just might roll on you like